Cutting the reinforcements.
This goes out here. It's over. They cannot recover these
Oh,
points.
hey, what is this tower? Holy crap.
Bro. Oh my god. I just...
What are these towers? Did you put like...
No, there's an enemy tower as well. And then I put all my guys in the tower.
And why is there a double C in this game?
Speed.
Speed.
Boba.
Oh, boba.
Bro, we
Chisco's
won
Artemisia.
again.
Chisco's Artemisia. Switch.
Yep.
We won. We won. It's done. 4,
Three
3,
in a row.
2, 1.
Briggy's Nebu.
Let's
Nice.
go. Ready.
Let's
Give
go
us
bully
sweaty.
them. Let's go bully them. Let's
Drago,
go.
VIP.
Drago.
Nice.
Dude,
You know what?
Shinji.
You know it
Where's
feels
Shinji?
good.
Dude,
Just
that
feels
tower
good.
was OP, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was fun.
That was pretty
Dude,
cool.
The tower, the tower equals Zenobia in this game mode. That's what Chis was saying.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Hello, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here. Today, you see behind me Champions of Olympia, and before here, you just saw Dragothien being the MVP. You know, this is how we do it. This is how we just do it here on the channel. I'm just kidding. Look, gloating a little bit, but not too much. The developers and the content creators got together. We tested this mode out for you guys. Wanted to put it through its paces. Wanted to see what it was all about. We got the chance from the developers, and man, I gotta tell you, I'm having a blast. Now, we're gonna do 2 videos today, okay? Promising another 2 video day for you guys. Today, right now, is gonna be just the actual mode. I'm gonna tell you about the mode itself, what you should be thinking about when you're starting to set up in your own mind how to play this, the rule set, but also the classes, and also on top of that, the skills for those classes. Very, very, very important. Now, I'll sprinkle some raw footage in just to show you what I'm talking about instead of just explaining it verbally. But yeah, I'm gonna give you the nuts and bolts on this first video. Second video, I'm gonna showcase the matches where the developers and the content creators battled it out, duked it out on the field of Champions of Olympia. Let's jump into it. So, okay, we've got Champions of Olympia, 3 victory chests here. Now, again, before I jump into any more of this, this is all the test version, okay? So some of this stuff may be altered, may be adjusted. You know, the rewards could be adjusted. Any of these pieces could be augmented in some way based on feedback, based on things that just make sense. So this isn't the final version, but this is definitely, again, the nuts and bolts of what you're going to be experiencing on this mode, and it's very, very fun, guys. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have a blast. It's kind of like a battleground, if you want to think about it that way, and you can replay it over and over and over and over and over again. It's so much fun. So first off, when you hit the info button, a little bit of lore at the top here, you can read through that whenever you get it if you would like to, or you could have just kind of paused it there and taken a peek if you want to read through that. But City Hall level 11 is the first kind of threshold you have to hit, which is pretty low. Usually it's level 16 is the minimum threshold for most things in this game, level 11 for Champions of Olympia. And then also the actual nuts and bolts. It's a 5v5, okay? It's 5v5 mode, one versus the other, one side versus the other side, 5 on each side, and each player in that mode can bring 3 armies, okay? So it's kind of like, you think about it like Soroli, where you choose one army march and you bring it out. Well, this one you can bring 3 in that same kind of thought process, okay? Now, it's going to tell you that you can get special skills to equip to get an edge in the battle. We're going to go over all of those for you in this video. Also, again, the battlefield format, like we just said, 2 teams of 5 fighting over control of Olympia flags. There are 5 flags, okay? There's one in the middle, and then one on each corner of the map that you want to be ticking in your favor. Now, again, you should be seeing some footage here of us running around trying to capture some of these flags, holding the flags. Think of it like capture the flag and domination mode kind of thing, where you want to have really at least 3 of the flags ticking at any one time in your team's favor if you want to have a chance to win. And yeah, that's really where it's going to be the main focus of. You want to be making sure those flags are in your team's color. fallen troops will spawn at the spawn zone. That's your starting area, and there's a little bit of a timer. So I think it's about 45 seconds or so, or a minute maybe even, and you'll be back into the fight with that march if you lose a march during the fight.
Oh, Asha gave up.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
The thing is, I think we need to add. Oh wait, there is. You can hit the target with the tower. Oh no,
Yeah.
you cannot. It says cannot.
Oh, it's like a
no.
random watchtower.
Yeah, so maybe it's a nice thing to have, you know, what is that called? Be able to target which one the enemy is.
I'm dead.
Yeah, all my marches are dead. Archers suck.
Yeah.
While on the battlefield, your troops will have morale as well. So morale is basically a damage augmenter, a damage modifier that gives you more fighting power on the field. And you get morale by casting skills and also by fighting and also by capturing the actual flags themselves. So actively playing the match gains you morale, which gains you more strength, which allows you to take out more opponents. That's the idea. You don't want to just be sitting there saying, okay, I'm a flag guy. I'm just capturing this flag over here. This is my flag. You can't do that. You're not gonna stay very long at that flag because there's gonna be somebody coming along with high morale and they're gonna wipe you out. You're gonna earn rewards based on the number of victories you achieve. Up to 3 victory rewards can be won in each event period. Let's jump into the skills and the classes, okay? And this is where I'm going to drop my camera just so you can see everything on the left side. I want to make sure you have a full visual of what we're talking about. So here we go on the right side. Right now, we only have access to bravery. This is probably going to be expansions, if you want to think about it that way, of the class system on the right side here. So we start out with bravery, then you've got wisdom, which looks like a tanking type skill. You have swiftness, which looks like kind of a rogue kind of thing, where it's got daggers, and then shadow, which looks like kind of an assassin, berserker kind of thing. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to wait and see when those come out. But bravery by itself has an absolutely crazy skill setup here. So each skill on each one of these tabs here on the left side gives you 3 options to pick from. Now, it depends on which commanders you're going to want to use and which role you want to play in the match is going to kind of dictate which skills you want to pick. So for instance, this first skill, all out, this turns you into a friggin' tower, guys. This turns you into an immobile tower. It takes like 5 seconds to actually transition from your army into a tower, and when you're in this tower mode, if you are an archer or leadership talent primary commander, each attack while in tower form has a 50% chance to deal additional damage of 1000 damage factor, which is pretty significant. Also, all your troops take 20% more damage while in this form. So it's basically uber DPS mode at the expense of being a little bit less tanky on the field. But I gotta tell you, man, you're shooting arrows nonstop without even having to touch. This is true ranged combat, people. You're going to be able to plunk yourself on the field and have arrows coming out of an arrow tower from range without having to actually touch your opponent physically. That's pretty cool. Master the battlefield for the next 40 seconds. All troops gain a stack of mastery with each normal attack for 10 seconds, increasing all damage dealt by 3% per stack. When a troop has 10 stacks of mastery, all units will gain 30% increased attack and 60% if you're cav or leadership. Again, there's a lot of if you're a leadership talent. Again, what commanders did we just come out with that have leadership talent trees? I think a Trajan might be in the mix here. You might see quite a few Trajans on the battlefield here on Champions of Olympia. Bloodlust for the next 40 seconds. This is your healing skill. If you want to go a little more tanky, a little more defensive, some more staying power. If the primary commander, again, is infantry or leadership, your troops will also recover morale as well. Again, morale is very important to increase your damage and prowess on the battlefield. That's the first skill. You have the ability to basically turn into a friggin' tower and then start raining arrows upon everything around you. You can turn into a master of the battlefield, basically giving you a berserker buff, giving you a rage kind of thing. And then for bloodlust, giving you the option to be more tanky, get some heals, and then stay a little bit longer on the field, which is always nice. Second skill, I liked Relentless Strikes here for the next 40 seconds. Your troops make 2 normal attacks per turn. When we talk about normal attacks, right? Oh my goodness. Attila comes to mind, right? How about we double Attila's damage? What do you think about that? Does that sound like fun? I think it does. Let's choose this one. Slice and Dice, also the top option here. This is a passive skill. You do not have to cast it. After one of your troops deals skill damage 3 times, their next instance of skill damage will also damage. It basically turns your next skill damage into a 3 AoE circular area of effect skill. Pretty cool. I prefer the Relentless Strikes one, especially if you're going heavy infantry or if you have Attila in your army. Each time your troops lose 5% of their units for Vengeful Strike, they deal skill damage to all nearby enemies, damage factor 500, and take 15% reduced damage for 3 seconds. This one is also a very good one and one that you do not have to cast. So very, very nice. There is no cooldown for either the first or the third one, which is nice. Again, it's always active. You don't have to worry about managing it. But I do like Relentless Strikes, giving you that extra normal attack damage, especially with a heavy infantry / Attila Takeda setup. And there is no requirements for the talents. Third set of skills. This is secondary skills, cornerstone skills, and common skills. So you have secondary skills for the second and third tab, and then common skills for the fourth tab. Third tab here, Marching Tune. Choose a visible area and deal skill damage to all enemy troops in that area. That's basically Meteor Strike on your normal Soroli type things. Damage factor 4,000 though, guys. That's huge, especially on the battlefield when you're dealing with not Soroli bosses, but regular armies. That's devastating. However, I like mobility on this map. You want to be mobile in Champions of Olympia. So this second skill, Fearless Roar, your troops immediately gain 50% increased march speed for 15 seconds, as well as 5 stacks of mastery. Again, being able to stack up your 3% damage here, very, very nice for 10 seconds. If you have 5 stacks here, this is a 15% damage bonus, all damage dealt for 10 seconds, and a 50% increased march speed. So if you're closing in on a target, or if a target's running away from you, you crack this Fearless Roar, you're going to be able to keep up with them, and you're going to be doing an extra 15% all damage to that target. Very, very, very nice to have. Lead a charge, choose a troop under the command, which will taunt up to 5 nearby enemies and take 50% reduced damage. This is basically a soak up the damage skill. Great in the middle flag where there's basically non-stop mayhem and destruction. Very nice to have for a tanky type of setup. And then finally, the common skills here. Again, Field Surgery heals all your troops for 5,000. This is definitely the, I think, really good one to have. And then again, Swift March, all your troops gain 30% increased march speed for 15 seconds. If you're DPS, I actually recommend going Swift March, just because, again, you want to be mobile, guys. You have to be mobile in this mode or you will lose. You have to capture these flags and you have to retake flags that you just had. So you got to be able to be mobile and get to these flags. They're not right beside each other. They do take a little bit to get to. Field Surgery, again, if you're a little bit more of a, I need to hone on this area, this is my area, then Field Surgery is the way to go. That's what I had on the last one. We were doing a tower fun kind of thing, so I wanted to make sure I had the most tankiness in one spot. So those are the skills and the classes. Again, I can't wait to bring these extra classes to you as well as we continue to unveil this system. I think really at the end of the day, this thing is really fun. I'm going to showcase, again, some of the content obviously you've seen throughout here. I'm also going to do that second video today where I'm going to showcase maybe 3 or 4 of our matches. One that we lost, the team that I was on, which was the first one, and then the rest where we won all of them going forward, back to back to back to back to back. As you can see, MVP. So here we go, guys. This is the mode. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is something that they've been trying to get into the game for quite a while. They've been building it and honing it, and we got the chance to really test this out. I'm really excited for you guys to play this. I'm excited to play this. This will be something especially to do while you're waiting for KVK to come around, while you're in between arc weeks, that kind of thing. This is something that you can really hone your teamwork on, because this is a team type of mode, guys. You can't do this solo. This is going to be unveiling some really good strategies, I think. And I think you're really going to enjoy what's going on. You hit the invite button here, obviously, again, and you can go ahead and invite your team. And again, you go in here and you adjust who you want to use on your marches. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys just a little bit later. Cheers, have a good one, and take care.